Greetings, brothers and sisters. Today's topic is going to be about probably one of my most favorite forms of magic and one of the most controversial at the same time, necromancy. So let's jump into it. And before I jump into it, I'd like to thank Tiberius. A little shout out there for you, brother. From the Balak Forum, he recommended this, and I've been meaning to speak upon this for a while now. I never found the right moment. And it's interesting, as Tiberius asked me to speak about this subject, I am currently in the works of doing something with necromancy, about to release something with necromancy as it goes. But anyway, I digress. What is necromancy? For years, people have said that necromancy is merely the art and the science of communing with the dead. I like to avoid using necromancy, that word, a lot, but it's just become a part of my vocabulary. When I say necromancy, what I'm talking about is death magic. I'm not talking about baneful curses, right, where you're putting on your enemies and you're killing them. Don't get me wrong, that falls under the category of necromancy, but necromancy is something much more tribal, sacred, ancient, and profane, all at the same time. Necromancy is the underlying current that flows through all traditions. Where death goes, these powers flow. It is the hidden river that connects all these cultures, religions, cults, and belief systems as one. And if you actually travel to the soul planes, and through the specific initiations and through the secret back doors, you can see this current. You can see the river of death itself. So, necromancy is death magic, as I just previously mentioned. But what does that mean? So, let's put it this way. It gives you the ability to work with one of the most powerful forces of existence. Death comes to us all. Okay, death will come to us all eventually. Even if there is a claim that you can become immortal, which I don't dispute at all. Even if you become immortal, there is part of you that will die. Death is inevitable. It is inevitable. Complete death? Hey, who am I to judge that you might be able to cheat it? But at the same time, death, in any shape or form, is inevitable. We're black magicians. We go through a death and a rebirth almost every time we step into the circle. Now, what I would like to talk about is one of the main aspects in necromancy, something that's heavily discussed. The necromancer understands that when he's working in this path, he'll be dealing with an essence, an energy, and a power that is going to be just flowing through all of this path. And it's called death essence. People have called it dead gross residue. I've heard it being called loads of different things, but death essence is the most common, and I think it's the best term. So death essence is this, if you think about death as a primordial ancient serpent, right? And from those serpentine fangs drips a acidic venom. So the essence of that death coiling serpent is flowing to this acidic burning venom. And the droplets would then be death essence. The necromancer, when evoking these death deities, and what I mean by death deities, by the way, necromantic deities can range from a huge spectrum of entities. Death gods, death goddesses, the undead gods, actual spiritual masters of death, disincarnate masters, the dead themselves, angels of death like Azrael and many others, Santa Muerte to name a few, the barons, the lowers, even demons, the list is endless, really. But when working with these entities, they are going to bring a residue of death essence. Now, death essence to the normal magician or to the normal sorcerer is detrimental, is haphazardous. It can be volatile and it can be dangerous. It can have negative effects on not only your physical body, but your mind, your heart, your soul, everything, okay? And when we're working with specific tools and specific substances, like human bone powder, for example, death dirt, necromantic elixirs, body parts, skulls, bones, organs, whatever we're working with, right? Even consecrated tools for death is going to have death essence on it. And I've met many necromancers that when they're actually concocting these concoctions will wear gloves. They'll actually wear gloves. And I don't blame them, because they did not have that right approach. But me as a necromancer, from doing necromancy and going deep into it more than most people would dare, I have found, let's say, a way how to not only deal with death essence, but how to take that haphazardous force and let it empower you. This is the necromancer. The necromancer is taking the forces which would normally be volatile and adversarial and purely destructive and can make it work for his own benefit. So what are the benefits then of working in necromancy? Being able to see how the dead would see, seeing past the illusions of time, separation, the illusion of Maya, the illusion of the living, seeing into the future and the past, just uncovering secrets of life, death, and reincarnation, actually wielding the powers of death to destroy life itself and snuff it out. How, baneful magic, and even empowering magic, accessing the essence of Saturn to go beyond your very limitations, as Saturn is the sphere of death, darkness, and mystery. And being the necromancer, or what the anti-RBL termed Saturnian necromancer, not that I agree with a lot of his works, to be honest with you, but I digress. The necromancer, in my opinion, is Saturnian anyway. I don't understand the term, why it had to be Saturnian, But the necromancer is also an emanation of Saturn, and Saturn places limitations upon you and restrictions upon you and stasis upon you. And being that emanation, if it can place those restrictions, it can also take it away. Now, I can tell you the benefits to necromancy is endless, and the dark ascent through this is most intense. It is really intense, guys. That being said, such an intense path does come with dangers. If this isn't approached correctly, insanity does set in, madness will set in, psychosis will set in, sleeping patterns will change, eating will change, your body can decay, as well as your heart, soul, and mind, and as well as the people around you. I went into necromancy when I was very young, using the wrong approach, using the approach that most people would approach it with. And a lot of people around me started to die. A lot of loved ones, a lot of family, and a lot of friends just started to drop like flies around me. That was until I approached necromancy in the right direction. And I literally have a whole book on it that I'm going to release soon, guys. Very soon. But necromancy has loads of dangers. It does. But if you can approach this with the right, correct methods and the right route, those dangers can be averted. It can be averted. We are the black magicians, and the children of light in the right-hand path. Their alchemy is changing the lead into gold, changing the basic self into the super soul. While we also do that, yes, the dark alchemy then of the left-hand path, the brotherhood and sisterhood of the black cloth and the necromancers is changing. Sorry, I'm fumbling up my words now. Changing basically poison into nectar, being able to partake of the most dangerous and volatile things and ingest them and consume them and usurp them and be empowered by them. This is just touching on the topic of necromancy. I'm trying to go through this as quick as I can, guys, but I hope you understand this, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now.